He's fit and well, but claiming disability. Benefit fraud costs the British taxpayer £1.6 billion a year. My name is Richard Bilton, and I've spent the last 5 years following benefit fraud investigators.
We're about to catch criminals. I love it.
And the suspects thereafter.
I'm not guilty of anything. Of what they're saying I'm guilty of, I'm not.
Yeah, under the underpass, yeah. Straight down.
In this episode, on the hunt for a benefit cheat with multiple identities.
Are you Angel Duffy?
No.
Are you Angel Jackson?
If you look at this particular case, it's really hard to understand who this person actually is.
We track down suspects involved in a new kind of fraud.
I just want to have a quick word with you about your benefits, because you get about a bit, don't you? You claim here in Belgium and you claim in the UK. How is that possible?
Do you want to see a fake boarding pass?
And the smuggler who can get in and out of airports undetected.
They must think I'm Mickey Bin Laden, not Mickey Pitt.
It's 5 in the morning in Croydon, and officers from the council's fraud squad are preparing for an arrest.
I brought in biscuits.
Biscuits.
I thought that we're going to need something, so I got us some giant salt pretzels, got biscuits, and we can share a banana. Today, we're quite excited because we are actually going to get to meet Angel Jackson, or Angel Duffy.
Andrea Caudry and Zoe Neal usually handle petty fraudsters fiddling the system. But tonight's target has 2 identities. As Angel Jackson, she's a disabled single mum who gets her rent paid by the council. But as Angel Duffy, she's fit and well and owns 2 properties. Investigators think she's been using the 2 IDs to fraudulently claim over £100,000 in housing benefits.
At this stage, it just feels like we're opening up Pandora's box. We just don't know where it's going to end.
The plan is to arrest Angel and search both her homes for evidence of her crime.
What we normally find is a stash of porn, a little stash of drugs, and lots and lots and lots of correspondence. The last few searches I've done, they all seem to have a lot of religious texts and copies of the Bible, religious pictures. I don't quite know why, because it does say in the Bible, thou shalt not steal.
The team isn't sure which property Angel lives in. They're hoping this dawn raid will catch her by surprise.
Hello? Good morning to the police. Do you mind letting us into the block, please? No, please. Where's Mrs. Duffy? So, who are you, madam? Mrs. Anderson. Okay. Have you got any ID, please, madam? Oh, have you got any ID, please, madam?
Yeah,
It looks like her. Yeah, that's her, isn't it? I've got the picture downstairs in the car.
Oh, right.
There's similarities in the way she looks to Mrs. Duffy, and I've got a photograph of her, so I just want to go and get it.
Is somebody dead?
No,
Yeah, it's just scary.
Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. How long have you been living here, madam? How long have you been? A couple of weeks. Have you got any other forms of ID, madam, like a passport or anything?
No, not here. Not at the moment.
At the moment, the problem is we think you might be Mrs. Duffy. Yeah, I know, but it's very easy, madam, to apply for a driving licence.
I can get my passport tomorrow if you want.
See, this is the photo we've got of Mrs. Duffy.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her. Looks very similar to yourself, madam.
Let's hold those 2 photos up to one another. I mean, you know, if you ain't, you must be sisters.
Yeah, I said that, yeah. Otherwise, she won't let me stay here for free like that. She will not. That's why I even told you that if you want, I can organise for her to come.
We do believe that, you know, that you are Mrs. Duffy. All right, so if you listen to my colleague.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of fraud by false representation.
My dear, it's just not me.
Do you want to get yourself dressed? All right.
I'm getting out of here now.
Yeah, you're going to come with us to the police station, mate. So, do you want to get yourself dressed now?
With the suspect under arrest, the search can begin.
Right.
Correspondence to an Angel Jackson and an Angel Duffy.
Because this indicates she spent over £2,000 on carpets. And you think if she's been on benefit for years, how did she afford that?
Ooh. English, Irish and Ghanaian passports are found. So are numerous bank cards and mobile phones.
Oh, wait,
Ooh.
all 50s.
They also find keys for the other property she owns nearby.
Ah, they're in. The key worked.
From outside, it looks like an average home. It's a bit different on the inside.
Now this is a telly. What is that?
Well, it's a bar. Yeah, well, there'll be alcohol on the back shelves.
That's definitely the lady we've got. I'm just thinking about, you know, when we went in, she was bold-faced, very seasoned liar. Hmm? Yeah.
They appear to have caught a sophisticated fraudster working the system. But first, they've got to make sure they've arrested the right woman. We lose £1.6 billion a year through benefit fraud. But that figure's dwarfed by what's stolen from the taxman, nearly £16 billion a year. And the frauds are getting increasingly inventive.
Some cigarettes, please.
Nice one.
£9. But you are the most expensive shop in London for cigarettes.
No, man. No, man. No.
You are.
No.
Mickey Pitt is a smuggler who likes to think he offers hard-up smokers a valuable service.
£9, £6. Where do you want to come? All I was doing was facilitating people to purchase these at a cheaper price. And that's what I got sent to prison for.
70% of the price of a packet of cigarettes comes from taxes, and Mickey has made a lot of money flogging duty-free cigs on the black market.
I didn't choose fraud, it just evolved. It just, I know, I'd like to have been a brain surgeon or a pilot, you know, but I missed those opportunities. I don't pillage and plunder, but, you know, I take perhaps things that are not lawfully mine, like the duty that I've evaded, but you know, I can live with that, you know. Tell the people that buy my cigarettes, you know, what I've done, and they'll say, good on ya.
But Mickey's no ordinary cigarette smuggler. He's the mastermind of an operation that used fake boarding passes to get in and out of airports undetected.
So Michael Pitt, he's an inveterate cigarette smuggler. He was prosecuted by the Met Police back in 2006. He then learnt to evolve his operation.
I've come to the headquarters of Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, or HMRC, to meet officers who are investigating Pitt. When he was arrested, he couldn't help boasting about his scam.
You don't want to really upset me, because I know ways of getting in and out of this country. I'm playing without tickets, OK? All right? You know I know what I'm saying here, OK?
He's telling all that to you? Yeah, and it's fair to say he was remanded in custody. When he asked the sergeant why, the sergeant said, well, you've just told the officer you can go anywhere you want. He was remanded in custody.
Isn't it sort of terrifying that you can produce counterfeit boarding passes? The thought behind that is really quite worrying, isn't it?
It was really surprising to us, particularly the extent to which they went to ultimately produce boarding cards for the whole of the country.
Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs started investigating Pitt after two of his men were caught leaving Gatwick with suitcases stuffed with thousands of tax-free cigarettes.
They'd somehow managed to purchase them from the duty-free shop without having any form of legitimate travel. The UK Border Agency managed to seize a forged boarding card off of one of them, so we were starting to put together a picture of how they operated.
2 days later, at Stansted Airport, another member of Mickey's gang was caught with a fake boarding pass.
Then it became apparent that this is a larger scale. Not only have we now got 2 airports, we have more people doing this.
Mickey Pitt's smuggling operation was soon unfolding in front of their eyes.
This was almost a machine. The way they, on a daily basis, they were going out, going to airports, coming back with the cigarettes, they were then going off to be sold. The next day they were back at it again.
This is Pitt looking at a whole selection of different boarding cards.
The gang didn't even have to take flights. They'd also worked out how to use the fake passes to get out of the airport undetected.
They certainly knew the rat runs, they knew how to get in, they knew how to get out. They knew the airports better, in some cases, than our own officers.
Pitt's block of flats soon came under 24-hour surveillance.
This is a scene with a very large wheeled suitcase.
And these bags are full of cigarettes?
Both are full of cigarettes. And then later that day, Onward distributors came and collected cigarettes.
Officers believe the gang smuggled more than 2 million cigarettes, earning themselves hundreds of thousands of pounds. With the evidence on camera, Pitt's gang was arrested.
If you want to put me in prison so that the criminal world get the privilege of my expertise and my knowledge, don't think you want to do that.
I thought, what a cocky individual.
It could really embarrass you, OK?
It was tantamount to a confession, actually, and it was something that we served in evidence.
You don't want to put me in strange ways and every drug dealer in the country. You really don't want that.
I was pissed off, I was angry, and I said to them, you know, basically, you're arseholes at your job. But, you know, it didn't do me no favours. Didn't do me no favours.
Mickey got 5 years. He's now out of prison, but he's not out of trouble. He faces being sent back to prison because of the same crime.
You want to see a fake boarding pass? You wanted to see a fake boarding pass, didn't you? For all intents and purposes, it doesn't look no different from a real one. And you take that to the airport, you present it to the security man, he then scans that barcode, it beeps and lets you in.
What was it like discovering that you could do this?
It's like discovering the Holy Grail.
Mickey says producing the passes was simple. All he needed was a computer, a specialist program and a printer.
I mean, it's a bit embarrassing that I was able to do it with such ease. You know what I mean? I just manufacture the boarding pass, give it to somebody, they go to the airport, purchase cigarettes and walk out. That easy.
Unfortunately for Mickey, handling the fallout hasn't been so straightforward.
I'm only allowed in my possession at any one time 200 cigarettes, 50 cigars and 100 cigarellos. What the fuck is a cigarello?
He's been placed on a serious crime prevention order. If he breaks any of its conditions, he'll be sent back to jail.
I'm not allowed to go to any airports. I'm only allowed one mobile telephone, I must get it registered. I'm only allowed to have £1,000 of cash at any one time. I should be so lucky. They wanted to ban me from telephone boxes for 5 years. They must think I'm Mickey Bin Laden, not Mickey Pitt.
But his biggest problem comes from something investigators found when they searched his flat.
Where did they find the hard drive?
In the kitchen.
Can you show us? Show us.
It's a little cupboard here. Look. That's it, in there, look, a little compartment.
This hiding place was found to contain £3,000 in cash and a hard drive which was taken away for analysis.
So we were absolutely amazed at the complexity of it all. I think in total there were nearly 7,000 boarding passes.
It's a digital fingerprint that the taxman's used to try and work out how much Pip made from his scam.
The benefit that he's got from his crime will be recovered by HMRC under the Proceeds of Crime Act.
HMRC is now taking Mickey to court to try and force him to pay back the money he stole.
And they will say to Pip, in effect, that he has to, he's benefited from a set amount, he pays that money back to us, or he serves a default sentence, which is a further prison sentence.
You go to prison, you come out, you're on licence, and you have to tread carefully, but you kind of live with that. But the confiscation order, it's bollocks. I don't know what to think at this moment in time. You know, I feel punch drunk. I feel I've been bashed around the ring by Mike Tyson. You know, that's how I feel. That's the message, don't fuck with these people.
But for every fraudster caught, there are plenty more trying to exploit gaps in the system. In 2012, I caught up with investigators in Hillingdon.
Do you know if you can put in a number?
Just type in 51, double click. There.
Kyria and Yvonne are investigating a new kind of fraud found in the borough. People who fraudulently claim benefits here and abroad. They call it double dipping.
So that's the address we are paying housing and council tax benefit. That's the application from the DWP.
Oh, right.
In this case, they've got information that their suspect is also claiming in Belgium.
And this is the property in Antwerp, according to this information. The claimant's spouse owns this property.
To arrest him, they need to make sure he's in Hillingdon, and Google Maps has provided a clue.
That looks like a green-coloured car.
Yeah, it's a metallic green.
Metallic green, yeah.
The council has had an anonymous tip-off that the suspect drives a people carrier with a Belgian number plate.
When we've looked at this property address in Belgium, we can see there's a people carrier outside, so that's quite interesting for us.
When we do visit the address, we will be looking out for a people carrier here.
They've got the evidence they need to arrest their man. They just need to make sure he's in the country. So they're going to see if they can spot a green people carrier outside his house.
So this is the road.
Well, as I can see, no.
This is one with the tree, the big tree. There's the Volkswagen.
Right. That looks like a bottle green colour. That has a foreign number plate. I have the number of the police team.
Yeah.
And I will notify them that we are parked here and waiting for them.
Yeah.
The man is taken away for questioning. These arrests are now becoming a regular event.
Hello, sir.
In a short time, Kyria's built up a long list of suspects thought to be double dipping. And he's worried about the scale.
I don't know how far it has gone into our system, but it is easy, and there is no way of preventing it unless we get in touch with them countries. This box is full of application forms, almost all of them double dipping cases. Denmark, Sweden, Norway, most of the Scandinavian countries, they're all being used to claim benefits. The scenario is the same. When someone claims that the only benefit they are receiving is from the Department for Work and Pensions and housing benefits, and when the bank accounts or bank transactions show clearly there is more money going into the bank accounts, then questions needs to be asked.
So it's a really significant problem that you're facing?
It is, yes, yeah.
When you're coming back, you know it's raining today. Do you want some trainers or something to cover? Yeah?
Back in Croydon, the team have finished their search, and they're now taking their suspect to the police station to try and identify who she really is.
Let's get a solicitor's advice.
Okay.
They think she's an identity fraudster known either as Angel Jackson or Angel Duffy.
It's basically based on the evidence, and the evidence, in my opinion, suggests that the lady we have got is Angel Duffy.
Okay, okay. Right. Can I ask you your full name, please?
It's Paris Anderson. Diva Paris Anderson, Madam Lady.
She insists she's Angel's half-sister.
I'm Diva.
You're Diva.
And she's got a British passport to prove it. Okay. It's one of 3 found in the flat they want to question her about.
Okay. You're the passport in the name of Anderson, the one that you say is yours. There's a photograph of a lady in that passport. And I'm going to put all 3 side by side. Would you say that those 3 people are the same person?
No. No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Diva's British passport turns out to be real, and they have to release her on bail while they investigate further.
We got 3 passports in 3 different nationalities, 3 different names.
Ghanaian in the name of
Duffy.
Irish in the name of Jackson, and UK in the name of Anderson. I'm 100% sure it's the same person. We're talking about somebody who looks exactly the same.
Paul O'Rourke from the Department of Work and Pensions has joined the team.
At the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter who she is or what she calls herself. She can call herself Minnie Mouse. It doesn't actually matter. We just need to be able to prove that the identities are all the same person. That's right. Really what it's about.
But proving that won't be easy. All of her documentation appears genuine.
This lady has 3 separate national insurance numbers. That should not be possible, but she does have it.
It's not something that even the average Joe criminal would know how to do it.
Then there's the driving licences, the bank cards, the NHS documents, and all that money found at the bottom of her wardrobe, £22,000.
What we're looking at is organised fraud. This lady has set out to make a significant profit from the public purse.
Archived it on CD, but have they kept the archive now?
That letter from the landlady confirms that she's been a tenant from 1990.
David Hogan is head of Croydon's fraud squad.
This case, to my mind, is scratching the surface. I think there are hundreds, if not thousands, of these sorts of cases. People that have got into the system, and they've got so deep into the system that it's really hard now to, you know, if you look at this particular case, it's really hard to understand who this person actually is.
That's the challenge the team faces. If they can't prove Diva is really Angel, the suspect is likely to get away.
No, this is bollocks.
Mickey Pitt is getting ready for court. He's being prosecuted by the taxman who want him to pay back the money he made from his cigarette smuggling.
It's just like a dentist appointment, I suppose. Something that has to be done. Don't brush your teeth. You've got to go to the dentist, ain't you?
The trial is taking place in Brighton. It's near where Mickey's smuggling operation was first uncovered.
Let's just get me careful. This is where I used to work.
What memories does it bring back?
All bad memories. It was an horrible place to go to. Full of grasses and busybodies.
He's done his time for that crime, and this hearing will determine how much he has to pay back.
What they're supposed to do is identify how much I've obtained illegally, and then they're supposed to ascertain how much money I have left and what assets I have. And then they would say to the court, this man has stolen £100 or £1 million or whatever it is, and this is what he has as a result of it.
Mickey says he made about 40 grand and he doesn't have the assets to pay it back.
I got sent to prison initially for 5 years for smuggling cigarettes. That's harsh. You don't identify this as a real crime. Purchasing cigarettes at the airport and then selling them on to people. You know, to save them a little bit of tax.
But we've all done it. We all do it at different levels.
Exactly. Well, there you go. It's just the mentality of people, see?
But the taxman isn't so relaxed about Mickey's crime. HMRC's barrister will be arguing that the gang made nearly £500,000 and they should pay it back.
The judge can make a confiscation order in the full amount, which is just in excess of £400,000. He will give Mr. Pitt time to pay that. If Mr. Pitt doesn't, then he's liable to be sent to prison for 5 years.
It's a lot more than Mickey claims his gang made. In the coming days, he'll have to convince the judge HMRC's figures are wrong.
It's rubbish. Look, they're just cigarette sales. You might have bought them. I'm telling you, that's nothing to do with me. You know, it's crazy what they're saying. You know, it just doesn't add up. But I would say that, wouldn't I? See, that's all I've got. Look, debts. Look, this is me. Debts, debts, debts. There's a saying in a song by Bob Dylan, steal a little and they throw you in jail, and steal a lot and they make you a king. So there is me, 100, 200,000 pounds that I've stolen. I've been sent to prison initially for 5 years, and there are these people that are swerving hundreds of millions, and they're called sirs. What is a sir? Is that a knight in shining armour? Is that a knight in shining armour who's helped the people? I don't try to justify it, it was wrong. But on the grand scale of things, what it is I've been sent to prison for 5 years initially because I raided the public's purse. So although I take from the public's purse, I reimburse them by cheaper alternative cigarettes. Not substandard, not dangerous, the same cigarette but with a less taxation attached to it. I should be knighted, you know? And I mean that, but to an extent, you know.
But Mickey isn't up for a seat in the House of Lords. He's up in front of a judge who could order him to cough up a small fortune or go back to jail.
And it's not poor old me. I've done wrong, I should have been held accountable. But to what extent? To this extent? Nah, no chance. This is bollocks, this is.
I'm in Hillingdon with investigator Kiri to find out more about the double-dipping operation.
Have you been surprised by the idea of this double-dip claim?
How easy it is for someone to just walk in here, put in a claim for housing benefit, council tax benefit, and the very same afternoon could travel back to where they've come from and start claiming from there as well. There are claims here for benefits, claims over there, and there are houses here given to them by the local authorities and also houses in other countries. There is no link to see whether they are being checked or whether the checks are being carried out. It's so easy.
One case stands out.
Khalid Hussain is a Belgian national with a legitimate passport. He's rented a property and he asked for help from the Hillingdon taxpayers, which we are giving it to him. So the information is he's not in this country. He is living in Bruges.
How much money is involved here?
The authorities in Belgium have not calculated their loss yet, but our loss up to now is about £25,000.
Hussain's arrest is arranged for the early hours of the morning.
So we are just following the police team.
Kiri, you ready? Dawn and Dal, can you go around the back, please? Morning. Hi, my name's Sergeant Quinn. I'm from Hillingdon Police. I've got a warrant to search these premises.
It turns out he's not in the country.
The police asked him about Mr. Hussain. The answer given to the police officer was that he's having a holiday in Belgium.
A few days later, and the whole family has gone.
Is it frustrating for you that he's effectively done a runner?
It is. It is, because I've done all the work, and now he's in Belgium with thousands of pounds claimed by him from the taxpayers.
I'm not able to proceed with this.
So where has Mr. Hussein gone? I'm going to try and find him in Belgium and see what he's been up to.
You're not going to get away with this. Stupid cow. Don't say. Let go for a moment.
Andrea's had a breakthrough. She's found something which could establish the true identity of the mystery woman she's arrested.
I'm not letting you get away with this, Jules. So why are you talking? They're going to be talking for. Why don't you say to the camera and then we'll show it all when you caught them? What camera?
All I did was just Google the name Duffy, and this is what I found: Angel Juliet Duffy Fraud. That's the title.
Someone has put this clip on YouTube.
Not with the camera, Jules. We're going to know your real name and what you've been really doing in the flat. Let go for a moment.
It's an investigator's dream to have something like this. I've managed to track down the person who put the clip on YouTube. She's been very willing to come and see us. In fact, quite excited.
Can you stop it, please? No. Stop what? Stop what? Why don't you give us a place?
Okay, if you could take a seat. Thank you so much for coming in.
These friends rented one of Angel's properties. It was the flat Angel was claiming housing benefit to live in. So she was fraudulently getting two incomes from it, the benefit and the rent.
When we moved in, she was so lovely. She used to say Solomon is like a son she never had, and we'd go to her house for tea. We paid our deposit in cash and the rent as well, because she said that she didn't trust banks.
Did she give you any receipts?
No.
No. Did you not question her about that?
We did.
Well, the thing is, to be honest, she was so nice. And
things soon started going wrong. The washing machine didn't work and there was no hot water.
Because we started complaining about all the stuff going on in the flat.
Right.
That's when she started getting aggressive.
Right.
She would just burst in at any time in the flat. No warning, no nothing, no notice. She would just come in and she would be shouting the odds, especially at Solomon, that, oh, you're doing this, you're breaking my flat, you're not going to get your deposit money back.
She said, oh, wait and see, I've done that before. To people tougher than you guys, I'll keep doing it, blah, blah, blah. I was all right, fine.
They say things came to a head 4 months after they moved in, when Angel turned up with some heavies.
She brought 4 guys at the end of it, throwing things out. I was like, Juice, why are you behaving like this? We just paid our rent, you know, we just need this and this fixing, that's all.
She came with those guys, and they're threatening to beat me up.
Okay.
I was really scared.
I can imagine, quite intimidating, really.
That's when I decided to get my phone out and I was like, I'm going to record all of this. If I say in the video that you're not going to get away with this, that's all I want, just for them to bring her down, because she's a horrible person, manipulative and aggressive.
This could be crucial evidence. The couple can identify the real Angel Duffy.
You're not getting away with this. Trust me, all of you.
So I just wanted people to know what she looks like, because I'm sure she's done it to so many other people.
It's so great that finally, something's happening now.
The picture I now have of Duffy is she is a very, very manipulative, conniving individual. She is a bully. She had completely got them where she wanted them to be. There are a number of other people that we've come across that has been affected by her behaviour. She is really a nasty piece of work.
Hopefully today's the last day, hopefully this is the end of it. But I don't know what the outcome's going to be.
It's Judgment Day for Mickey Pitt.
You seem remarkably cheerful for a man that might be faced with a prison sentence later on today.
Because I'm eating. Right, Mick, I need to get dressed.
He's back in court. The judge has decided how much he made from his cigarette smuggling and how much he has to pay back.
What would I like to happen? I'd like the judge to say, you can have that money back we took off you when we arrested you. It's about £3,000. That's what I'd like him to do. But I don't think he's going to do that. Hopefully, he's going to say, I've had about 50k out of it, and he's going to be happy that I've got no money, I've got no hidden assets. The right approach would be just to give me a nominal penalty, you know, £100, £10, a pound fine or whatever.
How are you going to feel once this is over?
Relieved. It depends on what the outcome is though, as well though. Might be pissed off.
If things go badly and he can't pay his debts, this case will be hanging over him for years to come.
Even if he serves a sentence, that doesn't wipe out the debt. It still remains, and so this process can go on, and he can be pursued in the courts for the money.
The judge rules the gang made more than 160 grand. He accepts Mickey spent most of his share, but he's ordered him to pay £36,000 in 6 months or go back to jail.
I feel like laughing, but I don't know whether to cry. It's bollocks. I haven't got money. I'm skinned.
I think there are going to be some people who are going to say it's fair because you've broken the law.
I broke the law. I went to prison for 5 years. Initially, got 5 years. I'm a cigarette fucking smuggler. I'm not a fucking rapist or a fucking pedophile. I got 5 years for cigarette smuggling. The court appeal said that was a bit arse, so they knocked it down to 4 years. It's just give me another year back. Kind of put myself in this predicament, but I haven't got the money they said I've got. They said I've hid the money. I've hid the money. I haven't hid it. You know? It's just bollocks. I felt like saying to the judge that he might as well send me to jail now. But, you know, I've got 6 months to win the lottery between now and then, so, you know, who knows? Yeah, they want those fucking wankers. Said I got 35k in somewhere.
But with a 14-month jail sentence hanging over him, the pressure's on for Mickey to find the cash.
So this is Bruges, and we're here because we're looking at the case of Khalid Hussein. Now, this is a guy who claims benefits in the UK, but the suggestion is that he actually also lives and works here in Bruges. We have an address where he was last registered, so we're going to go and see if we can find that and use that as a starting point for our investigation. This is where he was registered as living, just here on the end. They're quite nice houses.
I've teamed up with a local fixer. She gets out to see what we can find.
Yes, here we are. I had some publicity with me to put in the letterbox if needed.
Sort of cover, yeah.
Exactly. And as you can see, here he is.
Wow. Now, Khalid Hussein is not that uncommon a name, but nonetheless, this seems to suggest that this is where he is.
Yeah. As you can see here.
It looks like Khalid Hussein is here, but we need proof. We need to see him.
Oh, this guy looks very wet.
Just as we're about to give up, the front door opens.
Damn, I can't see him because of the bloody rain.
Not much of a glimpse. It could be Khalid Hussein, but we'll have to keep on looking.
Put it down.
I just wanted a sniff.
Can I have some cake, Andrea?
It's been 2 months since Andrea's team arrested the woman with multiple identities. The evidence is building she's the person they're after, a fraudster called Angel. Final confirmation comes from Angel's own solicitor.
He's confirmed that Diva Paris Anderson, the person who we arrested, is indeed Angel Juliet Jackson. And he said...
What did I tell you?
So he doesn't...
What did we say all along?
She's just a compulsive liar all the way through. It's one lie after the other.
Angel is now suspected of committing more than 20 offences, from using a false ID to housing benefit fraud. She's also linked to more than 35 bank accounts, and there are some serious sums going through them.
£2,000, £5,000, £22,000, £6,000. The highest figure I have going into one of the accounts is £50,000 in a day. I don't know where this money's coming from.
The problem is, for us, and the council are the same, the money tends to be a little bit transient, it tends to move.
They decide to charge Angel as quickly as possible. They're worried that she and the money may disappear abroad. Back in Belgium, and we're struggling to find Khalid Hussein at his house, so we're trying another approach. To try and find out if Khalid Hussein is living and working crucially here in Bruges, we're going to follow our main clue, which is the last place he was registered as working, which is Café Central here, right in the centre of Bruges.
Yeah, we might only have a starter actually, you see.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Sorry. So we've been here about half an hour. We haven't seen Khalid Hussein yet.
One of the crew, posing as a TV location scout, asks if she can look around. At the back of the restaurant, she gets a glimpse of a man we think might be Khalid Hussein.
Aha. Hi. How much are they? How much are the cigarettes here?
He disappears into the kitchen, so we talk our way in there as well.
Hello. I'm sorry to disturb you. Hi. Watch out.
And there he is, right at the back.
It's a great kitchen.
Khalid Hussein.
You guys seem a very good team. Yeah, I know you speak English. You were helping me with a cigarette machine. Caught you out.
He's very shy.
Are you?
It's not surprising he's cautious. Over the last 2 years, he's stolen £25,000 from the UK taxpayer.
Have you been to the UK? Yeah, have you been? Did you like it? Which part did you been? Do you know? Sorry?
We found him. When his shift is over, I'd like to have a word with him.
Today we're going to arrest, we're hoping to arrest Angel Juliet Jackson.
Back in Croydon, and Andrea is now ready to charge Angel. But there's a problem. They don't know where she is.
She has broken her bail conditions. She has not returned for the bail date. She has supplied a letter from a hospital to say that she's had a suspected stroke. I can't take her letter on face value because we have evidence showing that she's falsified documents from doctors previously.
The worry is she's about to do a runner.
Right now, we've heard someone in there. We believe we've heard someone in there. It's Andrea Caudry from Croydon Council with the police. Can you open the door, please?
Angel, you need to come to the door where you can hear me. We know you're in there, so we can force entry if we need to.
This is where in Scooby-Doo we pretend to walk away, she opens the door and we just go ha ha ha. But this isn't Scooby-Doo, unfortunately.
No. It's sad, really, but we'll have to go in. We'll have to force entry.
Angel, we're coming in now. Need to stand back away from the door or come and open it now.
Please!
Please!
No balcony here.
No balcony, no. Nothing. The walls are so thin in these buildings that it's quite possible that what we heard was from next door then, from the walls next door.
They've just missed her. The windows are still open, the electric heaters are still on.
What is that book?
The Master
Grimoire
of Magical Rites. The witchcraft, the juju stuff. Have you seen her lately?
I think I saw him last night.
Last night? Okay.
But not this morning.
Not this morning.
Not this morning.
Angel has vanished. It's what they feared. All they can do now is hope that the police can find her.
So we're outside the restaurant in Bruges where we know Khalid Hussein works, and we know where he is working tonight, and we are waiting for him. My name's Richard Bilton, I work for the BBC. I just want to have a quick word with you about your benefits, because you get about a bit, don't you? You claim here in Belgium and you claim in the UK. How is that possible? Just tell us, how could you claim benefits here in Belgium and in the UK?
Baby live.
But you live here.
Yeah, baby live.
Sir, please just give me your explanation.
He eventually stops to talk.
Okay, but you did claim benefits here in Belgium, didn't you?
No bad job. No benefit.
Now you've got a job now, but you did in the past, didn't you? In the past, you've claimed benefits in Belgium?
5 months.
Yeah. So you claim benefits in Belgium and you claim benefits in the UK?
That's equal back. Sorry. Equal benefit back. A job equal back.
So Mr. Hussein says he's sorry. It's not really us he has to explain to. It's the British taxpayer, and more immediately, it's the police.
I take our footage back to show Kiri.
There he is.
Oh, yes. Mr. Hussein.
I just want to have a quick word with you about your benefits, because you claim benefits in a country that you don't live. When you see his life, I'm not defending what he did, but he doesn't have a glamorous life. He's working late shifts at the back of a kitchen in Belgium. Does it temper the way you feel about him to see that he...
No, there's nothing stopping him from claiming. In Belgium, that's where he lives. I mean, if he's in receipt of no earnings from his employer, there's nothing stopping him from claiming in Belgium. What is wrong, and seriously wrong, is claiming to be living in UK and claiming of our taxpayers. There are thousands of people here who deserve help, and he has taken all that money away from them. 20,000 plus from the taxpayers.
How many cases are there like that?
A lot more. How many claims are made using easy passports? Do we have the means to check whether these people are claiming in other countries? I don't think so. Do we have a system in place to cross-match the details? I don't think so. So these people do get away with it. There's got to be some way of preventing this.
5 years on, and Mr. Hussein hasn't returned to face justice. Today, councils don't investigate this kind of benefit fraud. That job's been handed to the Department of Work and Pensions.
Whilst I'm not saying she hasn't had a stroke,
there's nothing
because I'm
showing
not a
that she
doctor,
has.
there's nothing in this paperwork to say that she has had a stroke. It's just she went to hospital with complaining of
Well, I don't
symptoms
understand
that
that.
could be a stroke.
Andrea and her team are at the police station preparing to welcome a special guest. Angel Duffy, or Angel Jackson, or Diva Paris Anderson, has decided to turn herself in. She claims to have suffered a stroke.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I've got an appointment.
Can you confirm your details? Jackson, the surname.
She's here. That's the main thing. She'll be assessed by the police, and we'll go from there.
But Angel, very importantly, have you ever tried to harm yourself? Angel, it's taking more effort for you to breathe heavily like that than it is for you to talk to me. So can you talk to me, please?
The team has evidence suggesting Angel has faked strokes before to claim disability benefit. They're going to get a police doctor to look at her.
Angel, listen, you've put your coat on yourself, you've got yourself dressed and you've got yourself here. I need you to take it off so that we can search it properly. All right?
This is just pure drama. Oscar-winning performance, exactly as I thought it would be. If I was a betting woman, I would be winning right now. The only thing that was missing was her throwing herself literally on the floor. She knows what's coming. She knows that there is no way of avoiding it. And what she's trying to do is play the card that I am so ill, I am sick, I can't walk, I can't talk, I can't read, I can't write.
The police doctor says she's fit to be detained and interviewed.
Something which you later rely on in court, and anything you do say may be given evidence. Can you tell me when it was that you came to this country?
No comment.
No comment? Okay. What name was it that you used to come to this country?
No comment.
Okay. You might as well raise your...
No comment.
When she was filming you.
2 hours later, and the mood changes dramatically.
And she was accusing you of chucking her out of her property as her landlady.
Obviously somebody's upset about something.
You seem a little bit better than you were feeling earlier on.
Yes,
Feeling quite
yeah,
outraged.
because
so...
it's too much. It's too much when a person puts something on you. It's too much. People's lives should be more important. You've done that for me so long. My health is at risk. You put my health at risk. Doctors are telling me correct cancer.
She's remanded in custody until her trial.
Miss Cody, what does she want from you?
We are now going to start getting on with the job at hand. This is to bring her to court and so that the victims can get some justice.
Is there anything else you need? You sure you don't want anything to eat? Yeah? Okay. No problem at all.
But Angel won't be in prison for long. In the coming months, events will take place that will turn this case on its head. It's been over a year since Mickey was ordered to pay back his £36,000. I've come to see how he's getting on.
You all right? Yeah, I'm good. So this is where you ended up? One of the places, yeah.
Mickey didn't pay and was sentenced to 14 months.
But what was your attitude like this second time compared to serving the first sentence? Was it different?
I was pissed off. It was fucking wrong. I swear on my children's life, I didn't make that money. I didn't make the money. You're laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm only laughing because your passion, it never dims.
No, but it's the truth. It's not about being passionate, it's about being honest.
Despite going to prison twice because of the same crime, he remains defiant.
I'm telling you, listen, if there is a God upstairs, he'll let me in.
Right.
He'll put me on probation, but he'll let me in.
Yes.
But he won't let Tony Blair in, Georgie Bush.
He'd probably search you as you came in, wouldn't he? In case you were bringing in some...
He's got magic eyes.
He's got magic eyes. Do you look back and regret it now?
Getting caught, yeah. My only regret is getting caught. I'm not going to burn in hell for what I've done. You know, what I've done was acceptable.
You can't do that. You can't get away with that, I don't think.
Why? Why not?
Because basically, you were making money out of
suggests that the duty wasn't paid on.
Yeah.
We all depend on that duty.
Yeah, no, but in turn, the people that buy them are saving money.
There's no moral case to this. You can't accept that.
No, I don't, listen, it was wrong. It was wrong, but I will live with myself. You know, I don't think... I think that when somebody, you know, pays himself £1 billion and decides to use, you know, non-domiciles to evade tax, OK, or avoid tax, is more morally wrong than me.
Yeah, but it's like saying, I only beat people up, but he murders people, so therefore my crime doesn't really compare to him. You committed a crime. You just committed a crime. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing.
I was a drop in the ocean. You know, it was pennies what I obtained. But the powerful and the elite, we won't worry about them. They've got friends in high places. That's how it is. I think you know this.
Could you ever imagine yourself back in another scam?
No. No. I mean, what do you want me to say? That, you know, I'm digging a tunnel to my local bank?
No, I don't. But after all you've been through, this is the time now to just straight and narrow.
Yeah, I would like to... I don't know, pay my debt to society, you know, to pay my way in life. But, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, my prospects are pretty slim. I don't think I've got, you know, I'm going to be headhunted. You know, I'll let fate decide what happens to me.
I hope Mickey doesn't leave it to fate and he uses his abilities to try and pay his debts legally. Otherwise, he's going to have a 36 grand debt hanging over him for the rest of his life. Next week, there's a dramatic twist in Angel Jackson's case.
It's a bit stressful. We got a phone call from the prison informing us that she had a stroke. It seems as if she's beaten me.
And the net closes on fraudsters using benefits to live abroad.